Hello, once again, it's me, Kumaitile Kositile. We are still on the financial vision mapping, our first topic, and we are doing our last module. Remember, this module is applicable to all the money personalities. Today, we are going to look at money habits and money rules. Now that you have your money vision ready and you have looked at your money flow, you understand how money is flowing in and out of your life. It's now time to gain some insight into the habits that are holding you back, and also get to know the good habits that you can use maybe to move to that rich mindset that we were speaking about when we were looking at the money flow. So what are really these habits? What are the rich people operating with the rich mindset doing that is so different? What do they know that we don't know? Probably, yes, there are some secrets that they know about money that we are not aware of. Let me share with you the 4 habits, not many, just 4 simple habits that you have to start implementing today to take charge of your finances. The first habit is learn to control your expenditure. When we say control your expenditure, we are saying learn to live below your means. If you're earning 10,000, then live within that 10,000. Don't live off 12,000. If you live off 12,000, where is the shortfall going to come from? Where is the 2,000 going to come from? Probably you are going to default into debt, but we say hold it right there. Learn to live within your means, control your expenditure. And what's the way of controlling your expenditure? There's only one way to do it, and that is through budgeting. And we're going to talk about budgeting in another module, not for today. So now that you are aware of the first habit, the second habit is learn to pay yourself first. We've heard of this thing many times where people are preaching pay yourself first, pay yourself first. What essentially is pay yourself first? Pay yourself first, what we mean is that when you earn a salary, dedicate at least a certain percentage of that income. Set it aside. You set it aside not just for the sake of setting it aside. You set it aside because you want to focus on building assets. Let me remind you of the rich mindset. We said, how do they get there? They get there by focusing on the creation of assets. So you are going to set money aside for the sole intention of growing your asset column of your balance sheet. So now that you know that you can pay yourself, I always like to say that, if you haven't been paying yourself before, there's no how we can expect you to start with maybe a 10%. I say that start with 1%. Do it incrementally until it's a habit and you are now more comfortable with setting aside 10% or eventually maybe 20%. Start somewhere. That's what we're saying. So the third habit is invest wisely. Invest wisely. This one ties very closely to the second habit where we're saying set your money aside. How are you going to grow your asset column? You grow your asset column by investing. So we're saying this money that you're setting aside, learn to invest it wisely. And I always like to remind people that you need to stay away from investments that sound too good to be true. That's where you're going to be scammed. You always need to remember that investing is a long-term game. It takes time, it takes consistency, persistence, and vision. This is why it's very important for you to have that money vision. Remember, in the first module, we spoke about setting your money vision, because once you have a money vision, you are more likely to shut the noise. You are more likely to close your eyes when people are talking about making quick profits. You know what you want, and you know that this is a long-term game. So that is the third habit that you need to start implementing. The fourth and the last habit, remember I said I'm only going to share with you 4 because I don't want to make it too many, because money on its own is so overwhelming. The last one is learn on working on improving your ability to earn. How do you improve your ability to earn? You need to invest in your personal development. You need to invest in your knowledge. Gain as much knowledge as possible. But I also caution against acquiring as much knowledge as possible, because we say that once you acquire that knowledge and you sit on it, you're not going to achieve anything, because knowledge without action is what? Is potential power. But knowledge with action is power. I'm sure these are very clear and these are very simple. So I always like to say that let's simplify the money language. You start implementing these 4 things today, I guarantee you your financial life is going to change. I hope that now we are very clear on the 3 fundamental principles that you need to start implementing. Let me recap. The first one is your money vision, set a money vision. The second one is understand your money flow. How is money flowing in and out of your life? And the third one is these habits that I've just shared with you. And with this, we have come to the end of our first topic, which is financial vision mapping. We are now going to go into details and the other very important personal finance topics. Thank you very much.